They said she couldn't handle full auto fire until she eliminated 50 enemies with a single M249 magazine. This story begins at Fort Benning, Georgia, where Private First Class Jessica Precision Carter was struggling through her final evaluation at the U.S. Army's Infantry Training School. At 22 years old, Jessica had excelled in every aspect of basic training except one: automatic weapons handling. Her small frame, 5 feet 4 inches and 125 pounds, seemed completely overwhelmed by the recoil and weight of squad automatic weapons. But what her instructor saw as a physical limitation, Jessica saw as a challenge that could be solved through technique and mathematics. "Carter!" barked Drill Sergeant Michael Thunder Rodriguez as Jessica attempted to control her M249 squad automatic weapon during live fire training. "You're spraying lead all over the Georgia countryside. This isn't a garden hose, it's a precision instrument." Jessica fought to control the weapon as it bucked against her shoulder, the sustained automatic fire threatening to throw her completely off target. Around her, male soldiers twice her size seemed to handle their saws with ease, laying down controlled bursts of suppressive fire with mechanical precision. "Drill Sergeant, I can do this," Jessica replied, adjusting her stance and grip on the weapon. "I just need to find the right technique for my body mechanics." Staff Sergeant David Iron Thompson, the heavy weapons instructor, shook his head with obvious frustration. "Carter, this isn't about technique. It's about physics. The M249 generates 1,200 pounds of recoil force. You don't have the body mass to absorb that energy and maintain accuracy. Maybe you should consider a different military occupational specialty." Master Sergeant Linda Steele Martinez, who had been observing Jessica's struggles throughout training, had mixed feelings about her students' prospects. "Jessica, your marksmanship with single-shot weapons is outstanding, but squad automatic weapons require a completely different skill set. You need to be able to lay down sustained suppressive fire while maintaining mobility and accuracy. The physical demands are enormous." But Jessica had been studying the mechanics of automatic weapons fire extensively, and she believed that precision and control could overcome raw physical strength. "Sergeant, with respect, I think everyone's approaching this wrong. Full auto fire doesn't have to be about muscling through the recoil. It can be about working with the weapon's natural rhythm." 3 months later, Jessica's unconventional theories would be tested in the most challenging circumstances imaginable during Operation Iron Shield. Her unit, the 2nd Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment, had been deployed to a remote valley in eastern Syria, where intelligence indicated a large terrorist training camp was operating with sophisticated defenses and experienced fighters. The mission seemed straightforward: infiltrate the valley, neutralize the terrorist leadership, and extract before enemy reinforcements could arrive. But intelligence had severely underestimated both the number of hostile fighters and the sophistication of their defensive positions. "Carter," said Captain Robert Havoc Williams during the pre-mission briefing at Forward Operating Base Damascus, "you'll be carrying the squad's M249 as our primary suppressive fire weapon. This operation depends on your ability to provide sustained automatic fire while the assault teams maneuver into position." Jessica studied the aerial reconnaissance photos with the analytical intensity that had characterized her approach to every military challenge. The terrorist camp was situated in a natural amphitheater surrounded by rocky outcrops that provided excellent defensive positions. Any assault would require coordinated suppressive fire to keep enemy heads down while friendly forces advanced. Sergeant First Class Marcus Gunner Davis, Jessica's squad leader, remained skeptical about her assignment to the automatic rifleman position. "Carter, I know you've been working on your technique, but this isn't training. We're going up against experienced fighters who know how to use cover and concealment. If you can't lay down effective suppressive fire, American soldiers are going to die." But Jessica had spent months since basic training developing a completely new approach to automatic weapons, handling that integrated physics, biomechanics, and mathematical precision. "Sergeant, I understand the stakes, but I've also developed techniques that allow me to maintain accuracy and control even during sustained automatic fire." Precision, this is havoc, came Captain Williams's voice through Jessica's headset. Assault teams are in position. We need sustained suppressive fire on the northern defensive line. You've got 200 rounds loaded. Make them count. Jessica felt the familiar weight of the M249 against her shoulder, but now the weapon felt different than it had during training. Months of practice had taught her to work with the gun's recoil pattern rather than fighting against it. She had learned to use the weapon's natural rhythm to maintain accuracy, even during fully automatic fire. Roger. Havoc. Engaging northern positions now. Jessica opened fire with controlled bursts, her technique fundamentally different from anything taught in standard infantry training. Instead of trying to muscle through the recoil, she had learned to synchronize her breathing, stance, and grip with the weapon's firing cycle. Each burst was precisely calculated, not the traditional spray and pray of suppressive fire, but mathematically planned engagement of specific targets. Contact! Contact! We're taking heavy fire from multiple positions, came the voice of Alpha Team leader as the assault began. Through her scope, Jessica could see muzzle flashes erupting from enemy positions as the terrorists responded to the American assault. But instead of panic firing in the general direction of threats, Jessica began systematically engaging individual enemy positions with the precision of a sniper using an automatic weapon. Her first burst, 5 rounds in 0.8 seconds, eliminated a machine gun team that had been laying down devastating fire on Alpha Team. Her second burst, 7 rounds in 1.1 seconds, destroyed a mortar position that was preparing to rain indirect fire on the advancing Americans. Precision, this is Alpha Leader. I don't know what you're doing up there, but keep doing it. The suppressive fire is incredible. You're hitting targets I can barely see. But Jessica's real innovation wasn't just accuracy. It was her ability to maintain that precision throughout sustained automatic fire. While most machine gunners saw their accuracy degrade rapidly during long bursts, Jessica had learned to compensate for barrel heating, ammunition variation, and fatigue effects in real time. Precision, this is Bravo Team. We're pinned down by multiple enemy positions. Can you provide fire support on grid 234-567? Jessica identified the target area through her optic, a complex of hardened bunkers that had halted Bravo Team's advance. The targets required precision engagement at 450 meters, well beyond the range where most soldiers could maintain accuracy with automatic fire. Roger, Bravo Team. Engaging bunker complex now. What happened next would be analyzed by military tacticians for years to come. Jessica began a systematic engagement of the bunker complex that demonstrated precision previously thought impossible with squad automatic weapons. Her technique involved micro-adjustments to her point of aim between bursts, compensating for wind, range, and target movement with mathematical precision. Burst 1. 3 rounds, 450 meters, enemy machine gun position. Result: weapon destroyed, crew neutralized. Burst 2. 4 rounds, 430 meters, sniper position in rocky outcrop. Result: target eliminated. Burst 3. 6 rounds, 465 meters, mortar team preparing to fire. Result: position neutralized. Holy shit, Precision! Came Bravo Team leader's amazed voice. You just eliminated 3 positions with surgical precision. How are you doing that with a SAW? But Jessica's greatest challenge was yet to come. Enemy reinforcements were arriving from multiple directions, and her single magazine of 200 rounds would have to last through what intelligence was now estimating as a 15 to 20-minute engagement. All teams, this is havoc. Enemy reinforcements approaching from the east and south. Precision, we need maximum suppressive fire to cover the extraction. Jessica could see the new threats through her optic, approximately 30 additional fighters moving to reinforce the camp's defenses. Traditional doctrine would call for immediate resupply of ammunition, but Jessica was trapped in her overwatch position with no possibility of resupply. She made a decision that went against every principle of automatic weapons employment. Instead of laying down area suppressive fire, she would engage each threat individually with the precision of single-shot weapons while maintaining the rapid engagement capability of automatic fire. All teams, this is Precision. I'm going to engage reinforcements individually. Maintain your advances, I'll keep their heads down. What followed was a display of marksmanship that redefined what was possible with squad automatic weapons. Jessica began engaging the reinforcing enemies with burst fire, so precise that each 2 to 3 round burst eliminated a single target. Her ammunition count became critical. She had to achieve maximum effect with minimum rounds. Target 1, enemy fighter with RPG 380 meters, 2-round burst to center mass, threat eliminated. Target 2, machine gun team setting up 420 meters, 3-round burst, position neutralized. Target 3, squad leader directing reinforcements 350 meters, 2-round burst, leadership eliminated. Precision, this is Alpha Team. I don't know how you're doing this, but you're eliminating targets faster than we can identify them. The enemy advance has completely stalled. Jessica's round count was critical now. She had approximately 40 rounds remaining and could see at least 20 more targets that needed to be engaged. Every burst had to count, every round had to find its mark. Her technique had evolved beyond anything taught in military training. She was reading wind conditions, compensating for target movement, and adjusting for ammunition variations in real time while maintaining fully automatic fire. The M249 had become an extension of her will, each burst precisely calculated and perfectly executed. Target 15, sniper in elevated position, 490 meters, 3-round burst, threat eliminated. Target 16, mortar team, 445 meters, 4-round burst, position destroyed. Target 17, RPG team, 375 meters, 2-round burst, launcher neutralized. All teams, this is Havoc. Extraction point is clear. Begin withdrawal in sequence. Precision, that was the most incredible display of automatic weapons fire I've ever witnessed. But Jessica wasn't finished. As the American teams began their withdrawal, she provided precision overwatch fire that eliminated any enemy fighter who attempted to pursue or engage the extracting forces. Precision, ammo count, came Sergeant Davis's voice as the last assault team reached the extraction point. 5 rounds remaining, Sergeant, Jessica replied, her voice steady despite having just completed the most intense firefight of her career. The mathematics of her performance were staggering. Jessica had fired 195 rounds from her 200-round magazine and achieved 50 confirmed enemy kills, a precision rate that exceeded even the most accomplished snipers using single-shot weapons. But more importantly, her suppressive fire had enabled the successful completion of the mission with 0 American casualties. All teams, this is Havoc. Mission complete. All objectives achieved. All personnel accounted for. Precision, your fire support was unprecedented. As the team extracted to their helicopter landing zone, Jessica reflected on what she had accomplished. She had proven that automatic weapons could be precision instruments when employed with the right techniques, and that physical limitations could be overcome through superior understanding of weapon mechanics and ballistics. "Carter," Sergeant Davis said as they boarded the extraction helicopter, "what you did today is going to change how we train machine gunners. You didn't just provide suppressive fire, you conducted precision automatic weapons engagement that eliminated 50 targets with 195 rounds. That's sniper-level accuracy with squad automatic weapons." Captain Williams added his assessment. "Jessica, I've been in the infantry for 12 years, and I've never seen automatic weapons employed with that level of precision. You've just proven that technique and intelligence can overcome any physical limitation." Jessica's performance during Operation Iron Shield became a case study taught throughout the U.S. Army's infantry training programs. Her techniques for precision automatic weapons fire were incorporated into the curriculum at Fort Benning, and her approach to overcoming physical limitations through superior technique became a model for smaller-statured soldiers throughout the military. The 50 confirmed kills with 195 rounds represented the highest precision-to-ammunition ratio ever recorded with squad automatic weapons in combat. But more importantly, Jessica's success led to a fundamental re-examination of how the military approached automatic weapons training and soldier selection. "What Private Carter demonstrated," explained Colonel Patricia Steel Rain Johnson, Commandant of the Infantry School, is that automatic weapons proficiency isn't about raw physical strength. It's about understanding the weapon system and developing techniques that work with the gun's characteristics rather than fighting against them. Master Sergeant Martinez, who had initially doubted Jessica's suitability for automatic weapons, became one of her strongest advocates. Jessica showed us that we were teaching automatic weapons employment all wrong. Instead of trying to overpower the weapon, she learned to partner with it. Her techniques are now part of our standard curriculum. Today, Sergeant First Class Jessica Precision Carter leads the Army's Advanced Automatic Weapons Training Program at Fort Benning, where she teaches the techniques that transformed her from a struggling trainee into the most effective automatic rifleman in military history. Her methods, which emphasize biomechanics, mathematical precision, and weapon partnership over brute force, have been adopted by infantry units throughout the U.S. military and allied forces worldwide. The Carter method of automatic weapons employment has become the gold standard for precision automatic fire. And when young soldiers ask her how she achieved 50 kills with a single magazine, Jessica always gives them the same advice. Never let anyone tell you that you're too small, too weak, or not strong enough for any weapon system. Every limitation can be overcome with the right technique, enough practice, and the understanding that weapons are tools to be mastered, not forces to be wrestled with. Because sometimes the person everyone thinks can't handle the power is exactly the one who will show everyone else how to harness it perfectly. And sometimes the most devastating automatic fire comes from the most controlled and calculated mind.